Hello, this is Mr. Heron. I'm going to show you how to do a linear regression. I'm going to go first and get some baseball information. Then I'm going to go to baseball-reference.com. I'm doing baseball, but you don't have to do baseball. You can do any sport you want, or business, or government, or medicine, or whatever you want to do a data analysis on. And so I'm going to go to seasons and come over here to the 2002 season from the Moneyball movie about the A's. So I'll come on down here and I'm going to do, let me see, I'm going to do team standard batting. And let me get rid of those little ads. There we go. So there's team standard batting. I'm going to go share and export, get as Excel workbook. Click on that. It just went up here to my downloads. So you go to your downloads folder where however you get to that on your computer. Click on that. And let me show you what it's doing. Behind the scenes, it has this alert box. You got to say yes. Boom. There it is. There's that. Now I want to get another one as well. So that's one workbook. I want a second one. So I'm going to come in here. That's batting. I'm going to come down here and get another one pitching. I'll go share and export, get a Excel workbook. So you're wherever you go for data, it's going to be a little different than where I'm going, but somehow get data. And I click yes, it opens a second workbook. Now I'm going to take this worksheet and put it on the other worksheet. Here's how you do that. Go down to the bottom, right click, and you can move or copy. I'll click on that. It says, where do you want to go? And I'm going to click up here to the book. I'm going to go to the other book. See, this one up here is number 7. I'm going to move it over to number 6. And I'm going to put it, what is this? This is the pitching. I'm going to put it, move it to the end. Click OK. And it just put them together in this. See how there's 2 now? See, here's the pitching information. This is all pitching, wins, losses, uh, innings pitched, and then the first one now is the batting stuff. So they combine them. You can name them down here on the where I'll go to the second sheet, right click, you can go rename. I'll call this one pitching. Boom. Come over here, click on this and highlight it, right click, rename, call this one batting. So now these 2 worksheets are in the same workbook on Excel. So now I need for the pitching, I need there's wins. That's important. But first I need like how many runs, run average per game. There's how many runs they scored. So over here, oh, here's runs per game. See that? RRG. If you go to the website, it'll tell you what it is. It's runs per game. But I want total runs. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to insert. I highlight that. And I come up here and I click on insert. And it inserts a row. And what I want to do is I'm going to put a little formula. Here's how you do a little formula in Excel. I see I put my cursor on that box right there, and I'm going to go equals. Whenever you do equals, it means you're going to do a formula. I'm going to take this box right here, which is D2, box D2, times box F2, because that's runs per, and then hit enter. That's runs per game times number of games. I'll give you total runs. Boom, 851. Now, I want these to always be a whole number because they're not always going to be. So I'm going to go up here and put around it, round, parenthesis, go to the end, comma 0. See that'll mean it'll round it off. 0 means 0 decimal places. It's equal. Got to put the equals first. Round D2 times F2, comma 0. Enter. 851. Now watch this. You click on that box again, and then you go down to the lower right corner. See where it turns into a plus? Again, I've clicked on this box with the formula. Lower right corner turns into plus. Grab it. I'm holding down my mouse. Drag it. It's going to change the formula all the way down. Bonk. And let go. It just did that formula. Like it moved the formula. You can go into any box you know, and it just changed the formula and just did the same formula all the way down. This, and I'll put here at the title, this is runs. That's total runs they scored. So I made up a new thing called total runs. And so what I'm wondering is the total runs, does that affect their wins? So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to highlight that. I just clicked on the top of the row and hold and control copy. Come over here and control V for paste. Oops, it doesn't work. Why doesn't that work? It's because it was a formula, huh? Yeah. So when something's a formula, You can't move it easily. Here, let me just, I'm gonna hit Control Z. That always undoes what I just did. Hit Escape. See how this is highlighting? I just hit Escape to get rid of it. So I'll just do it right here. I'm just gonna go Insert, a couple of things here. And whenever you try to, the reason when I moved runs over here that it just gave a bunch of zeros is because there was a formula. It doesn't like moving things with formulas. I'm sure there's a way you could do it, and I just don't have time to mess with it right now. So I'm just going to leave it right there. And let me insert a couple here. I want to hit insert it, inserts there. I'm going to put wins. So I'm going to go over here to the pitching, and there's wins for the team. I'm going to go Control Copy and move it back over here. And I'm going to go paste here, Control V for paste. So there's runs versus wins. So what I'm wondering is how do runs affect wins? How strong of a correlation is there between runs and wins? So I'm going to do a little correlation now. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go, I'm going to click on data, the data tab, and see over here, data analysis. Now you might not have that on your Excel. If you don't have that, here's what you need to do. There's two different ways to do it. If you have a MacBook, you click Tools, come on down. See, it already has data analysis there. Click Excel add-ins. So Tools, Excel add-ins, and then click on Analysis Tool Pack and OK. And that'll put the Analysis Tool Pack on there for you. Now, if you have a PC, it's a little different. In fact, let me show you. If you have a PC, here, this guy right here. Wait, is it this guy? Wait. Oh, wait a minute. I lost my spot. This guy right here. He's going to show you how to do it. Listen to him. Oh, wait, I got to go through this ad here. Something about steak. All right, there we go. So this guy will explain how to do that on a PC, how to add in the Excel toolpack.
Have two predictors that we want to use. So let's get started calculating the multiple regression. I'm going to go to the data ribbon up top here. And all the way to the
for
right,
PC.
there is a menu item, Data Analysis Tools. Now, if you don't have this menu item available in the data ribbon, just go to File and then Options. And this Excel Options dialog will appear. And you want to move down to Add-ins. And you can see by default, it's set to Excel add-ins. Just click Go here. And you want to make sure Analysis Toolpack is checked off. And as you can see in the case of this instance of Excel, I do have it checked off. So I'm just going to click Cancel. Then I'm going to move up to the Data Analysis menu item. And
okay, so he goes on to do a good job on a video showing, I'll include that video as well, how to do all that. All right, so back to ours. So I showed you now how to get data analysis over here. Again, if you're on a MacBook, you click Tools, Excel add-ins. If you're on a PC, he said click File and then Options. I don't have options here on my Mac, but File, Options, and then add-ins. And you'll get the data analysis over here. And you got to hit data. See where I was on the home page here? And go over here, click data, and click data analysis. It's going to say, okay, what kind of data analysis? I want to do a regression. I'm going to click OK for regression. And now it's going to want you to put in the Y range and the X range. I'm going to make a little XY graph. The Y values are going to be wins. So I'll click there. See how my cursor's up here? See how my cursor's up here in the Y box? Click here and hold it down and go all the way down to, now I'm just going to go down to the Toronto Blue Jays. See, I'm only going down to 31. I'm not going down to league average, right? An average is not an individual team's data. I don't want the average of all the teams. That's not a team's data point. So I'm only doing for the 30 different teams. And then I go down here to the input X and I'll get rid of what's there. Click on the X. The X is going to be runs. Go all the way down again, just down to the Toronto Blue Jays, which is the 30 different teams. Okay, now notice I did include labels at the top, the runs and the W. So make sure you have that labels check mark. You're telling Excel, hey, the first the first row, those are both labels. Okay, now down here it's new workbook. I like that. I'm gonna put this data in a new workbook. It's a nice way to go. Later we can do residuals if you're wanting to do multiple regression. We're not doing that now. So I'm just gonna click this and hit OK. It makes a new workbook. See down here, it did a third tab, and there's the data from that output. Now, I like to double click on this line here. to make that a little specified. If you double click on that line, it spaces it out to fit all the words. And then right there is our most important thing. I'm going to go back to the home page and click highlight. Because I like to highlight, that's our R value. That's our correlation coefficient, 0.68. So that's not as high as we were hoping. We were hoping for something 0.7 or better. That's close, but that's not a very strong correlation. 0.7 or better is a strong R value. This isn't very strong. But anyway, let me keep going with it and I'll add a graph to it. So now I'm going to go back to the data. Where was it? Right here. Okay, now I'm going to highlight run. I'm doing runs versus wins. I want to see if runs causes wins. Again, I'm just going to highlight down to the Toronto Blue Jays. It's right there. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click insert. I'm going to make the graph now. Insert and come over here to that one. That's a scatter plot. XY scatter. Click on that. Choose the first one. Boom. There, I made a little scatter plot. So now I'm gonna tell it to move it back to that other sheet 2. So I'm gonna come up here, move chart. Click on that. It says where do you want to go to? I want to go down here to sheet 2 and click. See, this is clicked here, sheet 2, hit OK. Boom, it moves it over here to sheet 2. I'm on sheet 2 now where the regression output is for that same data. Grab it down here and move it kind of up there. Then I like to make it bigger like that. I like that. That's probably good. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to put, so there's the output. I'm going to show you to put some stuff here. Up here, I'm going to give it a name. It's what is it? It was something versus wins. It was runs. Runs versus wins. Runs versus wins. Click on the title, then so now I've clicked on the whole chart. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go add chart element. Axis titles, primary horizontal. Down here. I'm going to click 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Whoop, didn't work. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And this is going to be runs. Okay, I'm going to click back on the chart. Let me get rid of this. I don't know why that popped up. Once you see, if I click down here, nothing's popped up. But if I click on the chart, up here now I have add chart element. So I had to highlight the whole chart, then add chart element. Now I'm going to add the primary vertical. I'll put it right here. I'm going to double click click 3 times, triple click, 1, 2, 3. There we go. And this is going to be called what? Wins. Wins. That's weird the way it goes vertical like that. Um, how do you switch that? Oh, up here, if you click format, see I'm on chart design, format. Oh, maybe that's not it. I don't know how to do it on this one. Chart design. Select data, switch column. No, maybe I'm just stuck with that. I don't know how to change it on my MacBook here. Format. Um, yeah. Thought maybe I could find something there, but it's not. Pop it vertical. Oh, there we go. Maybe that vertical value. All right, well, I'll leave it. There's ways to change that, but I can't seem to find it here. You can play around with that. I know how to do it on the PC. It's not too obvious for me here how to make that go the other way. I don't want to waste any more of your time. Anyway, so now I'm going to click on the chart and I'm going to go, again, I clicked on the whole chart and I'm going to go, well, I thought I did. Let me try it again. Click on the whole chart. There we go. And oh yeah, go back to chart design up here and I'm going to add an element and I'm going to go trend line, linear, click. And it puts a linear trend in there. Now, I'm going to click on that. There we go. I highlighted the trend line now. See, I just highlighted it. And I'm going to go format. There, click on that format pane. And there, now I can format that. And I'm going to go, okay, I would like it. I want to go to the colors. And I'm going to say, I want the color to be, I like to make it red so you can see it. I like to make it the dash type to be solid myself, whatever you like visually. The beginning arrow, I like a beginning arrow and an in arrow. And that's about good for me. Boom. And see, there we go. Now you can see that line. That's the best fit line through the middle of that data. I wonder if that would help me with this. Let me come over here. Try again. Format pane. Oh yeah, there it is. Click on this, and I can do vertical text direction. I can click on that. I like it stacked. There we go. Choose stacked. There, that's what I like. So I clicked on this, and then I did format pane, and then there we go. So I like it wins, or you don't have to do all this stuff. I just certain things I like. So there we go. Now, also, let's get rid of, see all this white space. You don't have to clean this all up, but I think let's clean up all this extra space. We don't need all that. So I'm gonna go format. Is it the format pane? I honestly I can't remember. Is it this part? No, that part. Vertical line, text direction, left margin. No, that's not the color. No, it's none of this. It must be chart design. Chart design. Um, no. Maybe it is format and I just missed it. Where was it? Format pane again? Oh, is it text options? No. Title options. Left to right, no. Is it vertical on text direction? Left to right, bottom. I can't remember now. There's a way to get rid, to have it start not at 0, 0 like it is right there. But I'm clearly having some trouble finding it right now. So is it chart design? Or is it this over here? Oh, that's right. You click down here. That's right. Click down here. I click down there, right? That's what it is. And then hit forward. So I clicked on the x-axis, format pane. Yeah, there it is. I can make the minimum now. I'm going to start it at like 500 so I don't have all that blank space. You don't have to do this, but I'm just going to do 500 and just close that. Boom. See, it moves it over. And now, how about this? I'm going to start it at 40. So I'll click on the y-axis. That's right. Click on the y-axis and hit format pane and make the minimum like started at like 40. So we don't have all that white space. And I'll close that down. Boom, there it is. So now, it's just a little bit better looking graph. I don't know. You can start at 0, 0 if you want to. It doesn't matter. So anyway, so there we go. So there is a picture of some linear regression. So we saw that runs versus wins. There's the scatter plot. Here's the R value. It's not that high. It's not 0.7. So we wouldn't consider it a strong connection. And you can come down here. You can rename this. So I would right click, rename, and I would call it runs. I'd probably call it runs versus enter. And then I might move it. I probably would right click, move, and I'd say move to the end. Okay. There, because I like the batting first and the pitching and the runs versus wins. And so that's some output for runs versus wins. We're not using all this other stuff, but that's how you would do that. And there's much other better graphs than that one. And so I hope that's helpful. And there we go.